to Cali Boy Reactions, back with another reaction video. Yes, reacting to CJ So Cool again, man. He's been consistent, giving us content to react to. So we're gonna react to him. We're gonna react to him. And they've been juicy and spicy and controversial. So yeah, that's our job as a reactor to react to these videos, man. I'm not taking no sides. I ain't trying to start no beef. I'm not trying to troll. I'm just reacting, man. I'm just reacting to my thoughts. How anybody would watch these videos, I'm just letting y'all hear my thoughts. You know what I mean? Publicly. So I'll shoot the messenger. But yeah, we're gonna get into this video. Um, he's talking about his ex, royalty, you know, and he said he regretted something. We're gonna watch this together and see what he regretted. So as usual, with no hesitations or trepidations, let's get into this video, y'all.
Decision years ago that I still can't undo. And the crazy part is, it's still on my body right now. Not the tattoo, but the mistake behind it. Because what I covered up wasn't just ink. It was a chapter of my life that built me. And instead of trying to heal from it, I chose to try and erase it. And that decision low-key changed everything. But before I talk about and show you guys what I covered up, you need to understand why I got it in the first place. Because this story doesn't start with the success. It starts with me at my lowest point of life. Back then, my life was not what you guys see right now. I did not have a job, and I was also dealing with felony charges at the same time. And I was in a position that one wrong move would have changed my life for the worse forever. The truth is, I wasn't in control of my life. I was reacting to it. And as a man, that's one of the most dangerous places to be in. Then I met her. In July 2013. Back then, everybody called her Charlene. At that time of my life, she was one of the most beautiful women I had ever seen. But the crazy part is, most of y'all know this, but she wasn't even the woman I saw at first. She walked in that club with her mom, and I'm not even gonna lie. I tried to talk to her mama first. That's the truth.
Hey, hey, he a fool for that. He tried to talk to her mama first. She is beautiful. I mean, I don't blame him. She's beautiful. She look young. She don't look a day over 40. So I mean, I don't blame him. You didn't know royalty. Don't get mad at him for that. I'm not mad at him for that either. I would have hollered at him both. Whoever I would have saw first. You know, they is some beautiful women. Royalty and her mama. Tanya, her name is, I believe. Shout out to them. They are the definition of black don't crack. You know, real talk. Especially her mama. She got some beautiful eyes, and she don't look a day over 40, 45, 40.
And her mom redirected me to her. And that moment changed everything. At that time of my life, I didn't have anything besides the clothes and the shoes that I.
Wait, hold on. So you said her mom redirected him to her. So royalty sent her mom over to CJ to get at her for him. For her, I mean. Women don't usually do that. That was bold on royalty's part. And it's kind of masculine. You know what I mean? Women shooting their shot like that. That's rare for a woman to do. Most women shoot their shot by staring or giving subtle cues, laughing at your jokes. But royalty, she seen CJ, she liked him, said, "Mom, go tell him, go get at him for me." That's very, very rare and bold. But I gotta say something. Most of our sisters, African American women, do that. I've noticed. I dated a lot of black women. I've dated outside my race a little bit, and at all those races, I've noticed that the African American woman, the sister, the Tasha baby, some people might call them, they're the most boldest. They're the most boldest. The Asian ain't gonna do that. Pull up on you and holler at you. The Indian women ain't gonna do that. The Latina might you do that because Latinas are kind of bold and spicy. A white girl sure ain't gonna do it. They just gonna act loose, but they're not gonna holler at you.
And she still accepted me. She chose me and allowed me to stay with her, her kids, and her mom. She actually moved out of her own house, kicked her baby daddy out, broke up with him after just meeting me and only knowing me for 2 days. That was one of the craziest situations I.
Hey, that's her first baby daddy. He looked just, or those kids look just like him. Carnation, especially Carnation. He looked like his twin. Man, so I've always thought that. I've always thought that. I think his name is Jamie, I believe. I always thought that Carnation, the kids look like them. They don't look nothing like royalty at all. The twins look like royalty, especially Cordelia. She looked like royalty. But those first three, they look like they daddy. Man.
Ever been in, and I'm still grateful because if it had not been for her, only God knows what would have happened to me. I didn't have any money, I didn't have a job, and as I already said, I had 3 felonies over my head. I had to stay out of trouble or else. So yeah, Charlene and her mom gave me stability when I didn't even have it. And all I remember thinking to myself is, damn bro, I can't mess this up, man, no matter what. I will do any and everything to stay in this house and keep these ladies happy. So my life became very simple. I stopped scrolling on Instagram trying to talk to every woman I saw, and instead, I started cleaning the house, cooking for the kids, taking care of the kids, walking them to and from school, trying to be the best person I could be. And for the first time in my life, it actually felt stable. Not rich, not flashy, but stable. And I ain't gonna lie, man, sometimes that's all you need as a foundation to create real wealth. And eventually, my charges dropped. Everything was good and a year had passed. And at that moment, I started moving so fast, man, filling out job applications everywhere, doing drug tests, passing them all. I damn near got hired at 5 different casinos at the same time. But of course, I settled for the one that paid weekly, cash, the Plaza. After that, I even got another job because I realized I could do more with my time. I had already took a whole year off. So I became a delivery driver for one of the dispensaries out here, way back then before you could just pull up to a dispensary. So I was getting tips, I mean, every single hour I was getting paid. Not only that, but I was actually keeping product.
That's one thing about Las Vegas, man. You can make a killing out there. They got some good opportunities for work out there. Working in casinos. There'll be a lot of rich, famous people out there. So if you're a delivery driver, you work for Uber, you're gonna get a tip, man. That's one thing I've noticed about Las Vegas. I got partners that live out there, and they all say the same thing. Like the jobs out there is just different, especially at the casinos.
Because I was always on time, and they had this little thing back then where if you was late, you had to get a customer extra treat. I was never late, so I was keeping all the extra treat, which of course made Charlene very happy. And of course, all that money I was making, I started to save up, and I got us our first place. Yeah, that was me. I saved up my money and I got us a place. Then I got us a car. Then I put rims on the car. I mean, life was actually good.
Some of them pictures is AI, you can tell. That's funny. You can tell that's not really CJ or Charlene. AI, I mean, it's crazy. AI is brutal sometimes. Sometimes it can be annoying, but sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's funny, and of course, it can be useful too. Do tasks for us. That's what it's meant to do. Make our life easier.
Then I let my little brother move into my house, and then I split my bills in half by making him pay half the bills and I pay half the bills. Everything was perfect at that point. And for those of you that don't know, after that, that's when my brother became one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. And then he put me on.
Bucket hat on because I'm a real ass nigga.
So of course,
Hey, shout out to Jinx, man. My man Jinx, he don't get enough recognition, man. But he be playing in the background. Seem like he don't like the spotlight. He ain't active on YouTube no more. He really don't be posting on his Instagram. He don't be in CJ videos. So maybe he like it like that. But shout out to Jinx. Shout out to Jinx. He seemed like a real one. He got his brother back. He put his brother on, man. He put his brother on.
everything changed after that. I can still remember it to this day, man. My little brother came downstairs and said, bro, you want to get in this video? I was like, nah, all hesitant, like I don't want to do nothing with no videos. I'm making money over here, bro. I'm good. I was fresh to death, had gold and everything. But then I said, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. You is my brother, and I always loved my brother, man. I did it and didn't think nothing much of it. After it was done, I was like, cool, whatever. And next thing I know, that video went viral, bro. Comment section went crazy. They even gave me my name. They was all like, yo, CJ is so cool. I'm like, damn, that shit hit kind of hard, twin. Until this day, I thank my brother all the time in videos and in person because that moment actually changed my life. Because at that moment, I started my own channel.
CJ, we coming at y'all for the first time, man. This is my new channel, and I'm gonna bring to y'all so much content, I swear, bro.
And I became CJ So Cool. And of course, y'all already know if I went viral on his channel, I'm definitely going viral on my channel. And that's exactly what happened. At first, it was just me. But then I started to think to myself, Charlene is way too beautiful to not be in front of a camera. So of course, I put her in the videos then. And my views went up even higher. Then after that, her kids was always sneaking in the background of the reaction. So I put them in the channel.
I'm CJ So Cool.
I'm Royalty.
I'm Julia. I'm Leonidas.
And this is Carnation. I am not the father of any of these mother.
Next thing you know,
Fool for that. Thank the father. Get here to use MS. Oh man, that's hilarious. Man, yes, he's very entertaining, man. He's made for the camera. He's made for the YouTube life, man. He's a goat. He's a goat, man.
We became a family channel. The views went through the roof. My brother didn't even understand what was going on, bro. Money started to come in more than I ever seen in my life. I'm talking 80K a month the first month, second month 100K, third month 200K. I'm like, yo, what? What is this? Is this real? That's why I was spending my money so fast, because I didn't even think it was real. For some reason, I thought I was in a dream or something. It wasn't no nightmare. It was definitely a dream. But of course, it ended up being real life. That's when I made one of the biggest moves of my life. I moved into So Cool Land. And little did y'all know, before that video even came out, I had already paid the landlord, I had already received the keys, and then I went to jail the same day. And I couldn't get out of jail no matter how much money I had, because some idiot on the strip was talking racist to me, and I pulled out a gun. Something I'll never do in my life again. If somebody talk crazy to me in person, bro, I'ma just ignore it, because at the end of the day, I'm the only one that's gotta be in that cell, and I ain't trying to be in that hell, bro. That's when I decided to tattoo her face on my back, because
I gotta say something about that, CJ. That was smart of you to ignore that, man. To ignore that, man. You just gotta ignore them words, man. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them get to you, man. These white folks, they you can call them any name in the book. They don't think nothing of it. They don't think nothing of it, man. You gotta ignore that, man. The N words and all that. You gotta learn how to ignore that, man. All you're gonna do is end up in jail if you take one of them, take flight on them, shoot them. All you're gonna do is end up in jail, man. They're gonna go on about their rich, normal life. So I'm glad you said that. That next you won't do that again, man. I don't let no words bother me, man. Unless you physically harm me or my kids, or financially damage me, it's really the only way I'm fighting you. You know what I mean? That's really the only way. It's gonna be hard to let a word get to me. Very, very, very hard. Very hard, man. I used to not be that way, but I've grown, and yeah, I'm not triggered by the word anymore in my life. It don't get you nowhere. It's not. You know what I mean? You can walk up to a white person bum on the street and call him all the bad names in the book. He ain't gonna think nothing of you. You can have more money than him, but he still thinks he's more powerful than you.
she was not only my girlfriend and the love of my life and a part of my channel, she was actually everything that I cared about. She was the most important human being on earth. And I chose to put her face on my back because she had always had my back from the jump. The day I met her, she didn't know anything about me, and the very next day she allowed me to move into her house. Yes, it was one of them relationships where you meet somebody the first day and y'all just together for 9 years straight after that. Super rare, I'm telling you, bro. When I had nothing, she was there. When I was at my lowest, she was there. When I thought I was going to jail with 3 felonies for cheating at gaming, she was right there. So in my mind, that tattoo meant loyalty. It was me proving to her that, look, you held it down, but now I'm finna put you on my back, shorty. You ain't going nowhere. But what I didn't understand back then is, as a man, you should never make a permanent decision, ever. Especially if it's based off an emotional high. Because behind the scenes, as most of y'all know and live through on a regular basis, life was not perfect. We was arguing sometimes. I was dealing with my own ways as a man because, as you guys might notice, but no matter how you look or how much money you have, a man might find another woman attractive even though he's in love with you, and he might even think about sexual desires. And it's up to that man to control himself or to let that beast out. And at the time, I was so young, I didn't understand this. So of course I always resulted in letting the
That's facts. That's facts right there, man. And it's all nature and animalistic nature in this. Like you said, a man could be married to the finest woman in the world, but he could see a girl. He'll just want to have sex with her. But he won't love that woman. He can still go home to his wife, love her the same. But when a woman does that, if a woman cheats with another man, that man got her soul. He's not gonna just cheat for pleasure most of the time. Most of the time. We got you know what I mean? We got different situations, but most of the time, a woman is not gonna cheat with another guy unless she's emotionally invested. Women cheat emotionally, and men, we just cheat for pleasure. That's it, man. Just wanted to get our union off, and that's it. Return home. We could give a food about the girl we cheated with. So when if a woman learns to recognize that, man, relationships and marriages could be saved, man. He's just being a man, and he cheated because he wanted to. He's just being a man. But women can't go out and do the same thing. That's the difference, though, man, because it's not in their nature to cheat like that. It's not. It's not the way God designed it.
Beast out instead of just controlling myself and my urges or desires. So I'm over here trying to balance out real life, the internet, my relationship, the family we built. Plus I still had a kid in Gary, Indiana. It was a lot going on even when I was viral. And when emotions start running high, I'm telling you, all logic just starts to disappear. At least for me anyway. And that's exactly what happened, bruh. And at some point things started to change. And instead of taking time to understand it, I reacted as usual. And I made another emotional decision. And I covered up my ex face with the ghost face.
Because every time I think of her, I just want to scream.
I tattooed "Scream" over my ex's face. Now, before we move forward, bro, first of all, I don't know how much of y'all know anything about black magic, but it does exist. And tattoos, they are real, and you're not supposed to be messing around with that type of black magic, bro. Now, even though when I put it on my back, I wasn't thinking about magic. When I took it off my back, I wasn't thinking about magic. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And at that time, when I covered her face up, I felt so powerful, bro. I made a whole YouTube video about it. I'm bragging on it, laughing at her, talking about how to go.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, CJ. Me too. I got a lot of tattoos, different designs. Nothing on my body is demonic. No skulls, none of that, man. Because I don't want to bring that energy. That's how you allow demons and stuff like that into your house. And you can't invite them in that way. You can't invite them in that way, man. And that's how you get paranormal activity in your house, playing with stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would never get a tattoo like that. Anything demonic or satanic, anything. Nope. I'm good.
Face fits the face of hers perfectly. Just doing crazy stuff, bro. Trying to get views, trying to clown my ex at the same time, trying to make my new current girlfriend happy. Because I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't 100% my idea. I ain't even know which tattoo artist to go to. I had people helping me along the way. And I ain't gonna blame nobody. I'm taking full accountability, but I'm just saying, it's the truth.
Yeah, so it was Lexi's idea. You got a girl talk you into doing that. See that? Come on, man. You got to man up. See? Come on, man. What part of the game is that? You'll learn. You'll live and learn. Hopefully, you don't let that happen again. You gotta learn.
And even though I felt like I was taking control of my life, like I had it all figured out and I was covering up my past and my ex and I hated her so much, looking back on it now, I can actually see the truth. That was a mistake, bro. Covering something up is not the same as healing from it. And even though I was able to cover the tattoo, I really never got over my ex. You can hide the image all you want, but I'm telling you, bro, you cannot erase that experience. And we had too many experiences to even try to erase with one tattoo. And when you stop processing things properly, it come back to haunt you later, bro. So learn from CJ So Cool's mistakes, because I'm telling you right now, something changed the moment I covered her face up. Something changed in my mindset, bro. My decisions, my energy, everything was shifting. So what I learned is that emotional decisions create permanent consequences that even I didn't know was gonna happen to me. And as a man, you gotta learn how to move with clarity, not emotion. Because emotion fades all the time. It's here today and it's gone tomorrow. But the decisions that you make, they stay. Especially
It's the thing, CJ. You a man. You gotta think logically. Women move emotionally. It's in their DNA to do that. Not us men. Not us men. We think emotionally when it's time to save our lives, or you want to save our kid from getting hit by a car, or you almost got hit by a car. You might get scared. That's thinking emotionally. But right away, you think logically after that.
something like a permanent tattoo removal, or cover up, I should say. And the truth is, I ain't even need to cover up the tattoo, bruh. I just needed to understand what it meant and what it represented in my life. And now every time I look at the tattoo, I don't see regret. I see a lesson that I was able to learn from what I did. Not covering it up, but what I got. And the tattoo that I had, I actually liked it. Charlene is and always has still been beautiful to me. I can't just act like I don't like the way she looked because she tattooed her face or she moved on with whoever she talks to now. Her OnlyFans don't got nothing to do with how she actually looks to me. And even though most of the time she get on my nerves, always trying to cause tension tension in my life and arguments for no reason, I still see her as the beautiful lady she is. And she the mother of my children on top of that. And now every time I look at it, I gotta remember who was there for me when I didn't have nobody. And why the hell this ghost face just on my back out of nowhere. I do like the movie Scream, but I ain't gonna lie. I would have never put Scream on my body in my life. But because I did, now I have to live with that permanent decision that I made over an emotional action that was created in my mind. Oh man, she got me messed up. She's with somebody else, I'm gonna cover her tattoo. We're never getting back together. Even if we never did get back together, the tattoo is still there. It's just covered up now. Now it sucks to know that growth don't come from erasing nothing from the past, bro. It comes from growing, actually. And now I'm actually growing on a regular basis. And the one thing I regret is covering up my ex tattoo. Because trying to erase it, it didn't erase a thing. All it did was added more black magic into my life. Now instead of having this beautiful face on my back, I got a demonic creature on my back. And it's basically on my right shoulder, bro. Like every time I look to the right, I have this demon trying to tell me what to do, and it's always the wrong thing. In the past, I had royalty on my shoulder, and even if she wasn't with me, I would still hear more positive frequencies from my right shoulder. Now, I'm over here going crazy every day because I got Ghostface on me. And I'm over here realizing, while it's too late, of course, the tattoo was never a mistake, bro. It was always a lesson. I just had to grow to understand that, bro. And I'm turning 37 in a few days, and I'm just now realizing this, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it. Even though most of y'all, not most of y'all, some of y'all might take this and run with it and say, oh, he trying to get back with his ex. That's not what this video is about. This video is for me to clarify that I made a mistake. I'm literally sitting here telling you guys right now, you might have your ex tattooed on you, and you might be thinking it's best to cover it up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that ain't gonna change anything. Y'all still have a past, y'all still have a relationship that y'all went through, and both of y'all need to learn how to grow from that. Because just because a relationship ends don't mean that the world ends. You now have to take everything you learned from that and move it over here and make sure the good things that came from that relationship now are in your new relationship. I also had to learn that moving on from someone does not mean I have to move on with someone. If I would have only just gave it a few months of me being single, maybe me and Royalty would have been able to rekindle things and the channel would have still been what it was. But instead, I moved on with my hormonic ass. I swear, all I think about is sex, like most men out there. I see a beautiful woman, damn, I want to hit that. And I ain't gonna say nothing's wrong with that. But being a superior man means you know how to control that. Because yes, every man sees somebody beautiful and the first thing they think about is sex. But that doesn't mean they go out and just do it. You know what I'm saying? They don't walk up to every girl like, hey, let's go and have sex. And if they do, that's on them. But that ain't me. And I'm trying to tell y'all right now, I've learned so much just from reading books, first of all. I just started reading these books, and I even said it on accident. I ain't even mean to shout the book out. I ain't getting paid at all. But I've been reading this book, bro, Ways of a Superior Man, and this taught me so much in so little time. The audio book was only 5 hours, and what I learned.
Hey, I read that book. That book do got a lot of gems in there. Got a lot of gems in there. I recommend it to anybody that need growth in their life. The Way of the Superior Man. And like CJ, I got the audio version, so I can listen to it in the gym, long ride home. You know what I mean? More easier and convenient. Only thing is, said a lot of stuff that I already knew. It just reinforced things that I knew. You know what I'm saying? Because I was groomed at an earlier age than CJ. I'm saying by OGs, uncles, older cousins. You know what I mean? That's all it did was reinforce what I already knew. Common sense type stuff. That's all. But it's a good book. It's a good, if you need some game advice in your life, you don't got that father figure giving it to you in your life. For you men, it's mostly for men. It teaches you how to have mind control, like you said, on sexual intercourse. You know what I mean? It teaches you that, how to just be a man, how to get dominion over the earth. Man, that's all it is. It's a good book.
That book showed me that I'm the reason all my relationships fail, not the women. A woman is a feminine creature. A man is supposed to be a masculine creature. But because my thought process was so tainted by sex or beautiful women, and I didn't know how to control the urge and the desires that I had within me, I messed up every relationship I ever had. If my girl brought a beautiful girl around, somehow I tried to figure out how to give her my number, how to give her some money, how to sneak her in the back. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And I did that to Royalty, to Lexi, to you name it. I did it to every last girl I've ever dated. And now I can see that was not cool, bro. And even though I do still think that women are beautiful and I do still have these desires, now I have better control over myself and my emotions. I'm not moving off, oh my God, she's so fine, I'm finna go hit that. I'm not doing that no more, bro, because it only messes up everything. If I'm not actually planning on being with somebody, then I shouldn't be able to enjoy sexual intercourse with them, because sex was created by God. But that doesn't mean that we're supposed to go out here and just run savagely with it, bro. We're supposed to understand what it really means and the fact that it can create life. And that whole process itself, it means more than just the pleasures that we get from ejaculating. Because once that nut is over with, what's the first thing most men do? They out of there. They can't wait to be gone. But they was just so in love with you. It's not even like they was lying or tricking you. That's just how desires work. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we all have many different desires. Like right now, I'm hungry. I want to eat some snacks, right? But just because I want to eat some snacks and they taste good don't mean I should go and eat a whole big bag of chips. Do you get what I'm saying? Just because I have the desire to taste something good doesn't mean I need to go to the ice cream store and eat a gallon of ice cream just because it tastes good and I want it. That's the same way I'm thinking about life right now in every angle, bro. All I'm doing is becoming the most consistent content creator I can be. I'm reading books, I'm changing my mindset, and I swear to you, when I meet the next woman of my life, if it's someone that's been in my life before or not, she's gonna see the benefits of every relationship I've been in and all the things I've learned, what to do and what not to do. Because Royalty was a good one, bro. She was actually a real one. Actually, all my exes was a real one. They all had feminine tendencies, they all cared about me, and they all had my back. But somehow I lost every last one of them because I didn't know how to be a superior man. So this story right here is not to talk y'all ear off. It's just to show y'all and tell y'all the story that I've been thinking about this whole time. How covering up this tattoo could have caused me so much pain in my life. Just think of it like this. The moment I covered her tattoo, what happened? She started formulating a lie in her head that I did something to her kid that she know I never would have did and I never did do. She told it to the police. The police didn't believe it, but it's okay because the tattoo on my back kept me pushing her so that one day it could become something real, even though it wasn't real. The tattoo, bro, I'm telling you, it's all in the tattoo. I'm not saying I hear voices and nothing like that. That ain't even true. But what I'm saying is some of the actions that I make, I don't even know why I did it, bro. And maybe it's because of the black magic. Who knows? Maybe even Royalty seeing the tattoo covered up made her just cast a spell on me. You never really know what's going on. And I'm not saying she's a witch because I was in love with her. And if she was a witch, that would mean that I was in love with a witch. And I definitely was not in love with a witch.
What do you mean by that?
I'm trying to tell y'all how I feel. And right now, if you can't see the growth in me, I don't know what's wrong with your eyes because it's obvious right now. Anyway, this video wasn't supposed to be that long. I wanted to get straight to the point so that you guys can enjoy the video and watch it all the way through. And if you did make it to the end of this video, I love you with all my heart and I pray that God is protecting you every single day.
Shout out to CJ. Seeing to be growing, man. Seeing to be growing. That's what it's all about. Growth. Growth, man. Having control over your desires. Man, that's what's up, CJ. But I think Royalty gonna like this video, man. Seems like you're trying to make her blush. You know what I mean? So let's see. Will they get back together? What y'all think? What y'all think? Will they get back together? Hmm. All right. We'll see. Only time will tell, y'all. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thank y'all for watching. If you just here visiting the channel, you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you liked it. The reaction to it, go ahead and like for me. Hit like. Get active in the comment section, man. So I can know how y'all is, man. Get active in the comment section. And if you feel it's shareable, go ahead and share it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, TikTok. Flip it. Do what y'all gotta do, man. It's all good, man, with me. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm out of here.